Every morning, long before the first rays of sunlight touched the earth, he was already at his post. His name was Rilo, a proud and energetic rooster. The powerful call of his voice would awaken the entire farm. He was a living alarm clock, a constant reminder of a new day, saving everyone from the clutches of laziness. Rilo was simply doing his duty, but what did he get in return? Gratitude from the farmers? No. Instead, he was met with insults, harsh words, and stones thrown carelessly in his direction. Everyone complained that his crowing was unbearable, that it shattered their precious sleep. Day after day, morning after morning, Rilo silently endured this humiliation and neglect. One cloudy morning, after hearing the usual scolding one last time, Rilo flew up and sat on his favorite fence. Looking out at the horizon, a thought settled in his mind. Where effort has no value, trying again and again to prove yourself is just foolish. Leaving with self-respect is probably the greatest solution. He felt no anger in his heart, only a deep and profound exhaustion. Rilo took a deep breath and crowed one final time. Then, flapping his wings, he left the farm behind and flew toward the unknown, searching for a place where his existence would be respected. That night, a strange, unsettling silence fell over the farm, and just before dawn, disaster struck. A group of thieves who knew the farmer's routine all too well took advantage of Rilo's absence. There was no warning, not a single sound to break the stillness. The entire farm was lost in a deep sleep. The thieves easily stole all the animals and vanished into the night. When the farmers finally woke up in the morning, everything was gone. Only then did they realize Rilo didn't just wake them up. He protected their property too. But by then, it was too late. Life often teaches us this truth. Silent forgiveness means stopping the act of knocking again and again on a failed door. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting everything or returning to a toxic place. Forgiveness means making a decision for your own peace, moving forward while respecting yourself. Now, I will tell you two more fables that may strike deep into your heart. By listening to these stories, you will understand why forgiveness is so essential to free your life from its burdens. On the bank of a vast river lived a turtle named Amara. He was calm, yet incredibly strong and kind. Every day, he would brave the violent waves and slippery stones of the river. And why? To help a friend. That friend was Tico, a restless and ungrateful frog. Tico complained all the time and, most importantly, couldn't swim in deep water. But he never made any effort to learn. He simply assumed Amara was obligated to carry him across. For years, Amara carried Tico on his back, but Tico never offered a single word of thanks. As soon as they reached the shore, he would leap off and rush away, never once looking back to see how tired Amara was. One day, a severe drought hit the land. The river level dropped, and the stones that were once hidden beneath the water now appeared like a natural bridge. When Tico saw them in the middle of the river, he jumped off Amara's back without a word and crossed by hopping from one stone to the next. He thought to himself, "Now I am free. I no longer need that slow turtle." He didn't ask Amara anything. He didn't even say goodbye. Amara stood alone in the middle of the river. He felt that it wasn't just the weight of his shell, but the burden of years of neglect that was pulling him down. That night, an old heron came and sat beside Amara. In a calm voice, it said, "Amara, you have the power to cross this river. But from now on, decide carefully who you allow to ride on your back. Not every burden is meant to be carried, and not everyone deserves to stay beside you." A tear rolled down Amara's eye. That day, he forgave himself, not for Tico but to release the heavy burden of resentment from his own heart. He decided that he would never again offer his back to those who did not know the meaning of respect. A few days later, the rains came. The river swelled again, and the stepping stones disappeared beneath the current. Tico wanted to cross the river once more, but this time, there was no one to carry him. Fearing the powerful current, he could only step back. Meanwhile, Amara was far away, living his life with a light and free heart. The lesson is clear. Not everyone will value your sacrifice, but you must know when to put the burden down. At the corner of a neglected alley lived a cat named Maiko. He survived like a wounded soldier, eating scraps and running from dogs just to stay alive. Every morning, Maiko would sit in front of a luxurious house. There was an earthen bowl by the door, and it was always empty. Still, he went there every single day. He imagined that one day, someone might pour a little milk into it. Someone might gently stroke his head with love. A woman inside the house saw him every day through her window, but she never opened the door. She never gave him even a drop of water. Yet Maiko kept waiting, holding on to the hope that her heart would eventually change. One freezing winter morning, as a starving Maiko sat once again in front of the empty bowl, a golden cat appeared beside him and said, "Don't you know this door will never open for you?" Maiko lowered his head in silence. The golden cat continued, "You were not born just to wait. You were born to find your own happiness." The words pierced Maiko's heart. He looked at the closed door one last time. Then, he slowly turned and walked away in the opposite direction. There was no anger in his heart, only a calm and firm decision. He chose not to waste his life sitting in front of a door that would never open. Knocking again and again on a closed door slowly kills the soul. Forgiveness means quietly stepping away from that door and finding your own path anew. Learn to be like Amara. If those you carry on your back do not value you, put them down. Learn to be like Maiko. Waiting in front of closed doors is not your destiny. This silent forgiveness will make you stronger from within, because the one who learns to free himself quietly never truly loses. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Your one comment inspires me to create better stories for you. Thank you everyone for giving so much love. We'll meet again with a new story.